A dragon horse walked out of the Yellow River, and the patterns on its back became the foundation of Chinese civilization. The Longma is a Chinese dragon, not a Western one, and that's a distinction worth making. It's horse-shaped, with wings, a fiery mane, and dragon scales, and it didn't breathe fire or terrorize villages. It walked out of the Yellow River, crossed to the water on top of it, and had 8 patterns inscribed on its back. A ruler named Emperor Fuxi studied those patterns and used them to write the I Ching, and the I Ching became the foundation for Feng Shui, Chinese medicine, Confucianism, and Taoism. Almost all of Chinese culture runs through that one book, and that book traces back to a horse dragon that walked out of a river. If a Longma appeared during your reign, it was considered a blessing. A vision counted, a sighting counted, a dream counted, and people were naturally encouraged to report that they had seen one. There are at least 5 sightings recorded in their historical encyclopedia. Now the problem with that is when you're paying somebody to write history and the alternative is getting beheaded, you're going to get the history that the emperor wants. A 10th century encyclopedia described one of those sightings in detail. The mother was a regular horse that drank from the river and became impregnated by the river dragon. The creature that was born had blue and red metallic scales, a fiery dragon's mane, a horse's body, and it neighed like flutes. It was written down in a scientific historic document, and once it's written down, literate people read it and figure it has to be true because somebody took the time to write it. That's how beliefs travel, and that's also how the Longma ended up in other cultures entirely. I think of it like the telephone game. By the time the story gets to Greece, it's a horse pulling Poseidon a chariot. By the time it gets to Babylon, it's Tiamat. Same creature, different local flair wherever it landed. 4 of the 8 symbols from the Longma's back ended up on the South Korean flag today, surrounding the yin-yang symbol. And there's a story in Journey to the West about a dragon prince who inadvertently burnt down the house, disrespected his father, which is a sin in every culture, and then ate a monk's horse. He got condemned to spend the rest of the story as a horse himself, carrying that monk until he'd reached a certain level of servitude, and then he got promoted back to dragonhood. After 3,000 years, the Longma is still showing up. There's a current pop song circulating in China called Longma Jing, which means strength and power of a dragon in your old age. People still use it as a birthday blessing. The Chinese Navy has vessels named after Longmas. The creature that walked out of the river with a map on its back is still somehow everywhere.